Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Building with BdoubleO. Apparently I've got a full inventory. Welcome back. Hello, sheepy. How you doing, baby? Welcome back, everybody. I hope you all had an amazing, wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope it was great for you if you celebrate it, if you didn't. And if it's not part of the holidays you celebrate, hi. Hope you're having a fine day. And hope you had a fine day. I ended up, and not intentionally, but I ended up taking a little time off over the Thanksgiving holiday. There was had some family around, and they ended up staying over, for quite some time, which I enjoyed. I loved it. I love having my family around. It was really nice, and I kind of was faced with the decision: spend time with them, enjoy it, or spend some time away and work. And I decided just to sit back and enjoy it. We got some nighttime coming, but before they got here, I did some work off camera. You can see this little path that I put through the field here. Nice. I like it. I mean, this path block is so cool. I love it a lot. But I did some more work off camera as well. We'll go to sleep real quick and we'll talk about some things. But first, before we dive into that, I want to say there was a comment on the last video from username Kimmy Awesomeness. And Kimmy said, "Hey, I've been a super big fan of B-dubs for about 3 years now, but I was recently in the hospital for chemotherapy. Could someone fill me in?" First of all, Kimmy, I don't know the exact situation of how you're sitting right now or what led you to be in that position, but thoughts and prayers to you. I hope you are all 100% healthy now. But if not, hope that you become 100% healthy soon. Oh, Enderman doing some work. But don't know exactly where you left off. Saying that you've been a big fan for 3 years and you've been in the hospital for chemotherapy leads me to believe you've been out of the loop for quite some time. So for you, I am going to, at the end of this video, put a little link, or maybe in the description as well, little annotation link to an unlisted video for you. And I'll kind of just go through, I'll back up this world and just fly around and kind of talk to you as best I can, as quickly as I can, about what I've done and kind of catch you up, okay? And hopefully then it'll help connect things, connect things, everybody, connect things everywhere, connect things for you, connect everything for you. English came out of my mouth. But so yeah, hopefully that'll help you catch up. You can even check that out now. So anyway, yeah, but last we left off, we did this house right here, this beautiful house, and Lynchy Inc. inspired us here, which is wonderful, wonderful, and I see a lot of you decided to go check him out, and I'm glad you did, because it's gonna, if you're really serious about building in this game, watching some videos like that's really gonna help you. In the meantime, I popped a house here that is unfinished, but worked on some things. Still undecided on how I want to do it. But I got a little entryway here. Tried to make the ceiling a little bit interesting because it was kind of boring, but I don't know if I like that. Looks like you hit your head on that, you know? So yeah, just try to do some things in here. This is nice with this retexturing of the trapdoors. This works out to be a really nice little couch, doesn't it? Some things are off center, but I kind of like it. Kind of think it's good. So again, small. But this has kind of led me to start watching some Jamsy Boy again. And Jamsy Boy is a great builder, really good at building houses and in a medieval style. and his interiors and exteriors are all really great, comfy, cozy. Now, Lynchy Inc., I said last episode that he's in school, but he's mentioned that he has to go to school because he's a teacher. And that teacher inside of him really comes out in his Minecraft videos. So he's very good at explaining why things work and how. Jamsey just mainly does it on camera. He does do some explaining and stuff, but mainly visual from him. So he's also a great one to check out. Unfortunately, he hasn't uploaded in about a year because you see how I'm doing this with these different textures and whatnot? There used to be something in the game called metadatas where you could kind of edit the game and right click and select exactly what block you want and stuff, and that's been removed. And it's been kind of frustrating for Jamsey and his crew because you could almost, when Mojang's not adding blocks that you want, like if you want half slabs for dirt, you can just do them in the texture pack that they were using, but that's kind of gone. So that's a little disheartening. But anyway, so somebody mentioned put some hedges around the field, and I think that's a good idea. I did that, and it looks kind of nice. I was off from a distance, especially. So I did that. I also really spent some time grinding out some bricks and some smooth stone and built up the tower. And as I was building up the tower off camera, I noticed a cloud flying through the tower. And I was like, you know what? That looks a lot better than I thought it was. And then a lot better than I thought it did. And then as that cloud passed through, as you see a cloud is passing right now, as that cloud passed through, a bunch more tower was revealed way up here. And I thought, you know what? That doesn't look as good. So I lowered it by 5 blocks. And it's kind of nice and chunky, and I think it looks much better, in my humble opinion. So I think today we're going to do some work on this. I think that's going to be kind of our goal today, is to do some work here. And, you know, I haven't really seen a whole lot of step-by-step. I'm just going to try to go off of some of the knowledge that I have to try to create something as best I can with this. But I think I might need to do a couple iterations. Probably would be best to do it off camera, in like a creative world. But we'll mess around with some things today. We've got a lot of nice space here, and maybe we'll lay out some rooms and stuff. Some people had commented to build more on camera in the comments, but trust me, as far as video entertainment, it won't work. I'll be streaming this more now that the Thanksgiving is over, and we can do some on-camera building during the streams, but you can see when you watch those streams how painful it could potentially be. But yeah, off camera, I think I'm gonna mess around with some stuff there and get that kind of worked out. We'll set this aside for the moment, these houses. I do want to keep expanding this area and building this up because I love it and I love the way it feels. But yeah, I think we'll continue working on this today because it is going to be a really nice piece to have in our area here with all these sets. We've got that. Way over there we got that and that. So yeah, I think it'll be good to at least get some work done, and we can maybe get something that we can sit back and be semi-proud of today. So I'll get going on that, and we'll see y'all in a little bit. I've got a little something laid out here that I think will be fun to talk about. So, entrance to the area. And I've kind of framed something in here. So I finished this back wall off, and it's not finished, but I closed it in just so we can get a feel. And I even closed off the ceiling. I'm going to move my microphone. Closed off the ceiling a little bit too. The reason why I did that, I'm realizing a lot of interior, which is also going to end up affecting our exterior, it's very important to consider atmosphere. You feel it. you've gone into certain builds or you've watched certain builds, and when you see them and you walk into them, you get a sense of atmosphere. And I'm really wanting to do my best to try to create that. Lynchy actually mentioned, I was talking to him, and he said he might do a little tutorial on kind of breaking that down. I think it was atmosphere that he was talking about. But Jamsy Boy even touched on this in one of his videos, and he said something that helps with that is if you're looking at something, if you're just sitting here looking at something, and if you see, oh, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Oh, tons of wood, right? Then you have to do something to break that up and change it. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of build this in phases and steps and change and manipulate it as we go. But I'm kind of working out a general structure and frame here. And but the reason why I close off that ceiling is because I want to feel this atmosphere. Dark, right? Dark. Somewhat dark, at least. It's a tower. It's kind of menacing. It's staring over all this stuff. And as you explore, if you're walking down this trail and stuff, and you say, oh, you know, I want to go down this path, and you find your way here, I want you to feel something when you get here. So let's feel something. The idea is kind of put some walls around out here. But as you walk in, you're kind of greeted with a bit of an entrance hall, grand staircase area. And as I make these rooms, I got to start thinking about function. Obviously, there's going to be an entrance area. Would like to have a dining hall. Would like to have a place where this knight or lord or whatever can kind of sit. Maybe he's the lord of this town out here. Can kind of sit and talk to his villagers and people and take complaints and whatnot. We need to have room, at least a big main bedroom for him, rooms for other servants, and a kitchen. And so I need to figure out how I'm going to squeeze all that in here. So I'm using dirt to kind of lay out some spaces. This first entrance area is I'm wanting to get kind of a grand feel, so I'm leaving a little bit of an open balcony area, possibly. There will be walls along the side. These can lead to, I've just got my bed here for sleeping, but potentially lead to stairways that go down, because we're possibly going to end up having a bunch of space down below. As you can see, yeah, that's quite a drop down there. So we'll see. Not exactly sure how we're going to work that in, but stairway down, possibly, maybe some storage or something around the backside here. Maybe even if it hits us, we could potentially knock this wall out and build that way a little bit. That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying the interior could potentially affect the exterior. Not only through windows, but through our building and stuff. So that's kind of my thinking and my game plan. So I want to have kind of a grand staircase here, semi-grand, and then some balcony. So when you look at this spot, you're going to have nice staircase, going to have some balcony, and then a chandelier hanging down from a semi-ornate wooden ceiling up there. And then we'll have this balcony that kind of walks around up here as well. And this is another area where we could potentially notch the walls out a little bit and have some spaces. Possibly. Could just end up being stairways going up to the next level. I'm not sure. Maybe this is just an area where people kind of sit and watch and relax and hang out. And, oh, hey, we've got a visitor. Let's murder. No. These are nice people. But let's see. I feel like with staircases, you got a couple of options. Obviously, stairs or and I got to think about location of where I want to have it too. Stairs or slabs. Now, if you use slabs, you're going to be coming out a lot further. You got to make that slope a lot steeper. Or not a lot steeper, but you got to make it come out a lot further. Okay. So that's one potential stairway, right? And we may even recess it more. But I got to think about this. Got to think about what's going to be going on the sides here. If we did slabs, which, do I have a bunch? I do. I have a bunch of these. So let's just use these. And let's try to work something out with what we got here. I'm about to lose my pickaxe. I'm going to have to repair that. Repair costs are so much cheaper now. It's very nice. Very nice how cheap they are. But let's get up here and see exactly where we want to have this. So maybe this would be a half slab or a slab. People always correct and they're like, it's not a half slab, it's a slab. But if you look in some of the files, some of the JSON files and whatnot, they are actually named. This would be a lower, no, this is a half slab. This is a lower or upper slab. Half slab, upper slab. So there are actually half slabs in the game. Okay, already building this, I know. Gonna be coming out way too far. We could try to bend it and spiral it and whatnot, but we're gonna be out to here pretty quickly. And you can see that's sloping way too tight, or way too. It's sloping way too slowly to reach me. Another option here, and this could present us with some more abilities to add some fun detail. Is if we went like this. What if we came in and we just had stairways going the wall here, maybe boom, and then boom, going up like this, possibly. Oops. Okay, at that rate we would want to move it all forward one. Okay, understood, Dad, understood. There. And here. I actually, there's so many things I've been wanting to talk to you guys about. I feel bad because I want to do this building and stuff, but I want to tell you guys about all these things. There was a zombie that had spawned from our little mini mob spawner room that we made, and the zombie had armor on and everything, so it didn't despawn, it didn't burn up, and I gave it a mushroom, but it's gone. And I think it climbed some vines and made its way out. So we might find him around the world somewhere at some point. So if we went here, and then here, boom, boom, we can just get kind of a peek and a look at what this could potentially look like if we do it like that. Or, you know, some kind of idea. 2 stairways there. Yeah, that's not a bad look either. That's kind of cool. Gives kind of a rounded effect. It's definitely atmospheric. But then the reason why I said that could give us some potential detail options is then we'll have this back wall that we could do something with. We have some creative freedom with that. Possibly. We may even back this up, you know, up to... Well, I was intending on having a wall here. Which would come up to here. Right? Just going to close this off a bit. Let's just take a peek. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like that quite a bit. I think that's a nice little look right there. And I think we might go with it. Then you have 2 options, 2 ways to get up into this area here with these staircases. Wonder if I did like that. And this was just a flat. And it forced it to kind of curve in like that on both sides. And there was like a little landing. If you know what I mean. Like, ooh, excuse me. Trying to shift my way over. Boom. Possibly. I don't know. as we build, as we start building, it's going to start changing and presenting itself. So yeah, that's got kind of a more of a rounded situation going. Yeah, possibly. And it's functional. It works. Something that's always tough, and you can do this more so if you're in super tight quarters, is this. You know, this works, but that's never a great look when you've got this jump here. So they always like to have kind of some stairs popping out. But while commentating, this is kind of difficult to really wrap my brain around ideas. So I'm going to spend some more time off camera and try to work out some things. But I think we got a good idea. Hopefully, guys are following along pretty well. And yeah, we'll see what this ends up being. All right, so we've officially made a face, 2 eyeballs and a mouth. Creeper face, as a matter of fact. Not intentional in any way, but that's just what happens in Minecraft. You know you have reached pure building success if you have a face in your building. I don't know why that always happens to me. It's nonstop every time. Nice face, freak face. Everybody comments to me. Did you hear me whistle when I said freak face? Freak face. Wrong with my stupid mouth. All right. Shreep. Can't. Okay. So. Bleh, you're seeing just a brown conglomeration. Disastrous. It looks terrible, doesn't it? Don't worry. Stop freaking out. Live your life. Enjoy it for once. Let me sleep in here. Aha. Okay. So, let's get a good night's sleep in. And then let's take a peek at what we've got. I can't get out. I can't get out. Okay, well, don't die, B-dubs. Don't die. Could end up very, very far away if I do. All right. So, not final by any sense of the meaning words meaning. But I've got some things worked out here that I'm trying. Funny. Somebody commented, they said, oh my gosh, so many trapdoors. And I said, we named the village Trapdoorville or something. And he said something else, blah, blah, blah. We ended up with like, no, Trapsville. Something like that. Just a funny little, I don't know if we're naming it that, but I'm loving trapdoors at the moment. They're blending in flawlessly. Something that I really like about texture packs is like John Smith and some of the medieval texture packs is there's a lot of the color gradient tends to be more similar. Stone doesn't contrast so hard up against wood. The wood types kind of blend together a little nicer, and I like that look. I think it's more realistic. I would prefer to have all these wood textures and colors little closer together. When you're really contrasting really far apart, it takes away from it, in my opinion, and it gets really, really busy. It gets so busy that once you start adding more detail, yeah, like let's say I had birch wood up in the place, right? Like even for example, this. Let's take this. This is busy, man. It could be a very good thing. Okay, we've got this door here that's made of jungle wood, which is similar to this, and it does jump quite a distance away from this. I don't know if this is staying, but it makes it busy. That can be a good thing because now not as much detail is needed because the door kind of acts as your detail. That's not ideal, I don't think, but that's why I keep some of these colors the same, because once we start adding our detail and our texturing and stuff like that, paintings, armor stands, bushes, that becomes your detail, which is what I want. I don't want to go stray too far. So the walls up there are stone, and I first tried stone down here on the bottom, and I don't know if I'm sticking with this or not. I first tried stone down here on the bottom, and it was okay. It wasn't bad, actually, but then I tried this, and this is pretty good. Dark oak might be better. But I like having a little something different on the bottom. Might even take it up too tall, depending on how things work out. I'm also going to edit this texture. And some people were saying edit it to have different shades and tones, just like I did with the stone texture, the smooth stone texture. But I hear you and I get you, and I think that could be cool. I am going to add every once in a while a line like there and there. You can see a very subtle one there. But I'd like a more definite plank type line in these and have it random. So you look like you might have a longboard there, longboard there. It'll add some interest to these wood plank walls, I think, while still sticking to vanilla. But, so we've got this. These trapdoors are kind of acting like little barriers in here. And then we've got a railing up here. And I added some posts going up. This would be an amazing place to have cobblestone wall size with wood log or just even wood plank texture, but not really a possible thing unless I replaced one of the cobblestone walls, which is not an option at the moment. But this is pretty cool. I think this is okay. And I've got a pretty fancy looking ceiling here. Whoop, missed one. Missed a spot. Boom. That's fine right there. I've got a pretty fancy looking ceiling. It's not bad. Might actually even just go like that. Just have that continue on back. Just fill in the space. Boom. Imagine one right there. Now, I poked some windows through because obviously we've got a floor here, we've got a level, and it could be cool to have windows here, but it's killing my atmosphere at the moment. It's very bright, it's very wide open, so I'm thinking I might do something interesting for the windows. I'm not exactly sure what yet. That doesn't block light, but that could work, and that might bring our atmosphere back, but this daylight is kind of killing our atmosphere. It's a very wide open space, so it's not terrible. It's okay. I really like this because you can kind of imagine those going inside of the brick blocks. But we might, yeah, it's kind of cool. But we might turn that to like a darker color glass, possibly. So yeah, we've got that nice little ceiling here. Pretty ornate looking and detailed. We'll also have to find a place now to sneak in a staircase, but we've got plenty of room to do that, so that'll be good. And it'll end up canceling out one or several of these windows. But I think grand entrance is pretty much taken care of. The reason why I went with so much wood down here is because I have this stone up here. So that kind of can't, it doesn't cancel out, but it balances out the wood look. But maybe too much. So I'll maybe look for ways to get some wood implemented in here, possibly. We shall see. B-Dubs just had an idea. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, and excuse me. I think we'll probably end up just doing this. That's kind of nice. That's better. But what I'd like to do now is I'd like to play around with this a little bit. We have some different mechanics here. Whoops. The iron fence, and this is vanilla, ladies and gentlemen, the iron fence has changed. It is now like that, if it's all by itself. It used to be where it would have a little thing going out on either side, each direction. So very interesting, Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. That might end up being too low, but we'll see. I'm going to need more fences, no question about it. Boom. Thank you. Thank you, sir. And I think, it's so hard. I'm pretty sure it's this, though. Yes. Very fine job. All right, let's go up here. Gonna go without the glowstone for the moment, if we can. Now, this is the simplest of all simple. Can I ride this ledge? Sure, I can. Simplest of all simple chandeliers right here. This is very simple and may just do the trick. I put these away. Boom, 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 boom. Very fine. That looks kind of nice, I gotta say. Oh, yeah. Yes. It's nice. What happens now? Did these connect? Let's check. They don't. They don't. Harry Potter floating. Harry Potter floating candle. It's an idea if you want to do it. Harry Potter floating candle. Chandelier. But we'll go like that. And that all connects up very well. Part of me was wanting to replace this right here. And then the other part of me saying, don't touch it. But let's try. Makes it a little beefier. Kind of nice. Kind of nice like that. I think I like the height. I think it works out well. And then if we're up here, how does that look? Oh, it's just fine. Works out really nicely. Yeah, though. Yeah, though. I think... This is where your personal opinion, you do whatever you like. You can do whatever you like. Yeah. That's nice, though. I like it. Again, blocks some of the stone, blocks those the view of those windows, adding more atmosphere in here again. But let me quickly knock these bad boys out. Excuse me. Let me knock these bad boys out. Let me replace them back with bricks again. And then you can... I heard you get placed. You can kind of get the feel of what the atmosphere was before. And see kind of what our predicament is. Darkness. Darkness brings some atmosphere to me in my life. I like it a lot. Especially in this castle. But we'll see. Very good. Yeah, feel it? You feel it? Oh, it feels good now. It feels so nice. Like there is some atmosphere up in here now. Oosh. And I got my video settings sitting at 52 brightness, so you get those shadows. Watch this. Crank it. Shadows still there, but they get killed a little bit. Let's go all the way down. This is how I play by myself. Sheesh. Dark. But boy, does it look cool, right? You're getting the feel. Again, lots of brown, but that's just our base. That's where we're kind of just sitting and chilling for the moment. We're going to build that up eventually. I get to set my spawn. We're going to build that up eventually with putting some decor in here. But before I get doing my decor, I really want to get room layouts done. Get my palette kind of put together. And I think I got it, and I think I'm pretty happy with it. Just got to figure something out. Figure something out up here with this window situation. I wonder... Let me try this. Does this kill? It does. Winner, winner, chicken freaking dinner. That's it right there. That's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We just found our window solution with ease. Blocks the light coming in. That's something that I think Dinnerbone worked on quite some time ago. But thank you, DB, for doing that. Very much appreciate it. But that definitely brings our atmosphere right back while still giving us windows and little peek outs. That's nice. That's doing it. Right there. Okay, flawless. I'm happy with everything so far. I think we've got a good little build going. Now our little face is going to be somewhat cross-eyed. A little bit cross-eyed. But that's okay. By the way, before we finish this video out, just want to let you guys know my hair is now gray. See you later. Okay, goodbye. No, over the weekend, I dyed my hair like silver. It is crazy. I've lost it. I've lost my mind. But, oh, it's beautiful. Once you see it, I'm going to do some Binding of Isaac stream tonight. But once you see it, you're going to be so thrilled. It looks baller. But I'm calling it here today. We've got a nice interior. It's beautiful. Castle's looking nice. We'll get everything else detailed and looking beautiful as well. And we'll continue this in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you all in the next episode of Building with BdoubleO.